quick.
All right, y'all. We got some little dots way over there.
You see them?
They're coming at us.
I can only see Ralph's video.
There we go.
So we've got a formation here of 4 airplanes. They're coming toward downtown. And we've got a formation of 3 airplanes. I don't know if I can zoom in.
Here, I'm going to get you to go full.
Oh, are they coming toward us?
They better be coming towards you.
Oh, they're coming right at us.
Nice.
I'm not much of an airplane expert, but they're going pretty slow. There's a red one, a blue one, a white one, and another one.
Now, where you're located, you're downtown, right?
I don't know if this was World War II. They're looking pretty slow. Hopefully, they were the bullets were slow too. There's another group of 3.
There it is.
We've got another formation of 3 coming. They're like doing a lap from way
Where are you
over
located,
there,
Ronald?
and they're coming around, and they're being real nice because they're flying right over us.
I lost your audio. Can you hear me, Ron?
I'm gonna call this one the big fat plane over there because it's bigger than the other ones. It'd be a nice day to be a pilot airplane guy.
There we go. We got your audio back.
Oh,
all right, Ron, show us your pretty face so I can introduce you.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ron Castro.
Ron is one of our most important humanitarians in Houston, Texas. He helps move people all over Houston, volunteers. Ron, tell us a little bit about what you do at the VA, what you do with the different organizations around Houston.
I'm gonna put them in the background behind me, so they're behind me.
Okay.
So I'm a school teacher at Yes Prep White Oak. We've been doing volunteering there for the 3 years that I've been there with the Humanitarian Society. We like to partner with you, of course, with the reading the books for the kids. We partner with the VFWs in our neighborhoods to help with like steak night and hamburger night, moving of chairs, a lot of simple things. We've painted a lot of murals for the VFWs to brighten their areas. We have partnered with the Soup Kitchen. Ongoing, our relationship is about me. I've been going there personally for about 10 plus years, and the kids have been going with me ever since we started the Humanitarian Society twice a month, and they really enjoy being out there. I think serving others has really brought joy to our lives because we know that so many people need us. I also, at our own school, we do recycling. We do all the culture parties, and I think the kids have a great sense of responsibility at the schools.
And give us a quick little shout out. We've got Ralph and Allie on the line as well. Tell us a little bit about Ralph, and then Ralph can kind of jump in and tell us a little bit of what he does.
They are going toward Ralph. So Ralph is when we do volunteer work, a lot of the times it's girls, and that's sad but true because I've done it for so many years. And Ralph is one of our boy leaders, and he does lead. He reaches all the tall spots for us, but he's also encouraging other kids to come out because he's so friendly, best friend to everybody.
And Ralph, tell us a little bit. You're going to be a sophomore. You're a sophomore, going to be a junior, right?
Yes, sir. I'm going to be a sophomore this year. Junior, actually. Junior next year. I'm a sophomore.
You'll be a junior. Nice. And what are your paths like after this, after high school? What are you looking to do?
After high school, I plan to go into college. I'm not entirely sure where or what I want to major in, but I know that's what I want to do.
Excellent. Well, I know firsthand you've helped us out a lot. You've helped us with even our bus before, so we've done a lot of outreach work before. And you're kind of one of the first guys to line up. How many hours did you rack up last year or this year? I guess it's still going on.
Here, let me hold your phone.
You still with us, Ralph?
Yeah. Well, hopefully, Ralph.
Oh, are they flying over, Ralph? Is that them?
Yeah, maybe.
Can you hear us, Ralph?
Yeah, your audio's kind of cutting out.
All right, let me see if I can switch that up. There we go. Is that better, Ralph?
Yes, I
What
can hear
about
you.
one of Jacob?
Perfect. Well, Ralph, tell us a little bit about, you're going to college, but how many hours did you rack up this year?
This year, I think I racked up 120 hours. I think.
That's amazing. What's one of your favorite things to volunteer at? What location?
Uh, Probably Spring Spirit during the summer. I've only
Yep.
been there once, but it was amazing. I can't wait to go this year.
And tell us a little bit about Spring Spirit, right? Because it started as baseball, but tell us a little bit of what it
Hello.
does. Can you hear us?
They came right over us. Like they were far, and then like they came right at us. Zoom.
Let me mute him real quick. Can you hear me again? You can't hear me? Hey, can you hear me now, Ralph?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, tell us a little bit about your Spring Spirit. It started as baseball, and so what is it? How has it evolved?
Well, Spring Spirit camp that I volunteer at is a little camp for middle schoolers, some high schoolers, elementary kids to practice their baseball skills and get better. And what I do there is just give them water, make sure they're good on snacks and whatever else they need there.
Right. Hey, can you pull out a little bit so we can see your full face? There we go. Now we can see you, Ralph. And you're by the cemetery right now?
Yes, I'm in the middle of the right in front of the big thing, in the middle center.
Perfect. And have you gone out there with Castro, with Ron, and done some of the memorial stuff?
Yes, I've been out here a couple times with the wreaths and the flags for Memorial Day.
And then some of you guys have actually helped paint a mural over at the at the Veterans Association location, right?
Yes.
What have you done in that area? Because you've served food over there, you've done some murals. What else? What other activities do you participate over there with the veterans?
Well, any events that they have, like the Halloween events. Um, Halloween events, we help there, and hamburger steak night, and the turkeys on Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
Help chop them up and put them into plates to give out.
Perfect. You hear the planes coming your way? Because they should be there shortly.
Yeah, I believe they're out here. I think I just saw one big one pass by.
Oh yeah, yeah. Put them on so we can see them. If you can take a look, and we'll put Allie on the small screen. There you go, Allie. How are you?
Great.
I want to put you on the smaller part of the screen so we can see you while planes are flying over. Tell us where you're located, Allie.
So I'm at a CVS pharmacy on West Green over here in Katy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm in a parking lot right now, and around me there's a whole bunch of people like parked with their families and kids ready to see these airplanes.
Perfect. How long have you been involved? You're a sophomore as well right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we can just see it. I don't know if you can see Ralph's camera, but you can see the planes flying over right over Memorial right now. So from there to you, it's going to be a pretty nice little run. You said you're a sophomore, going to be a junior?
Yeah.
Excellent. How many hours have you cranked out this year?
I'm pretty sure 200 from the last time we checked. I'm pretty sure in total since my freshman year.
That's amazing. And what's one of them? And you have all their siblings too that are also involved. Is that right?
Yeah, I have a younger sister and a younger brother who like to come along sometimes.
That's amazing. How old are your kids? I mean, your siblings.
My sister's 14 and my brother's 12.
That's awesome. And you guys go to the soup kitchen as well?
Yeah, we've been there before.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the soup kitchen because I don't think Ron's talked about that yet.
Okay, so usually there we have different jobs, like either being in the kitchen and going in the assembly line, and we put the food on the trays. Then we have the people who walk with the people in order to get the food. We have people who can put jelly and butter and things like that on their trays. And sometimes we have a little area where they give out clothes and toiletries and things like that.
And that's amazing. And I think you feed up to 200, 300 people sometimes. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
real work of time. I don't know if you can see Ralph's video right now, but the planes are doing a little jet line on the air so people can see that. How
I
many
can't find it right now.
how many planes do you see, Ralph?
I see about 5.
Mm-hmm.
They come in like sets of 3.
Very cool. That's a great location, Ralph. And if you can walk around the memorial and show us some of the pictures from there, that'd be also amazing to kind of show people a little bit of what Houston Memorial Cemetery looks like.
Alrighty.
And Ali, you were saying you have over 200 hours of community service, right? What's one of your favorite events to go to?
I would say at the VFW, I love the Thanksgiving. I forgot what they're called. I think the turkey. So basically we get a whole bunch of turkeys. They're very cold, frozen, and we have to break them apart. But it's always a fun time because we play music and we know a lot of people at the VFW, and it's always a great time volunteering with them.
That's great, and you also have helped us out with our books and our at Boats and Fishes. So great having you on. I'm going to put Ron back on. Let's see if Ron can jump in here. Can you hear us, Ron?
I can.
All right. Hey, that was a great flyover. I don't know if you could see it, but Ralph did a great job. He's now walking through the cemetery. Tell us a little bit more about what it is, how you can get involved with the organization to do the wreaths and help during.
I do want to highlight where we are. So I'm on top of the Combined Arm Building. This is downtown near the Dynamo Stadium. It's on 2929 McKinney. It is a service center for the veterans, and they have many different service organizations for veterans here, like the Travis Manion Foundation, the Lone Star Vet Association. So you can come here as a vet to get a lot of things situated if you need to. So I like coming down here to help out with Tana. Tana's back there. She's one of their directors, and she invites us out to like the veteran picnic or any other veteran organization aside from like the Mission Continues and the VFWs. So the kids especially enjoy like being a part of something like that. For the Humanitarian Society, we will take any kid from any part of the city. If you want to help, we will take you. This is how I've got to meet a lot of great kids throughout the city. My friend Rebecca came out here with her boys from Spring Branch, and my wife hates it, but I would talk to random kids and ask them if they want to help out. At my school, we meet on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, and we meet to do recycling, and we do a lot of the beautification. And a lot of our weekend projects are feeding the homeless or finding a veteran organization to help out with. So it never really ends. I know right now it's real tough with the corona, and that we've kind of have to find a new normal of how to safely help out. That way we don't endanger ourselves or the people we're helping. But, things will get better and we'll go back at it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've gone through it all. I mean, through Harvey. I mean, I don't even know how many houses your team helped with. Do you know how many houses did you guys do on your own?
So the last flooding that we did, we went. I mean, the first thing we always do is reach out to our friends because everybody, especially in Houston, understands flooding, and flooding happens to everybody. And so I've gone over at my wife's grandma's house, and we asked all the neighbors down that road. We were in Spring Branch last time around. We helped a couple of families. So it's not about how many, but we just we maximize our efforts as kids because we aren't experts. We just do the best that we can, even if it means tearing out drywall.
Right. No, and I think we did. I mean, at the end of the day, between your group, our group, we know Will Hernandez also does a lot of work.
Yes.
I mean, we did over 150 houses that we were able to like dry out, empty out, help people out in the community, rebuilt homes as well. So it's always you're like the go-to. I mean, I don't think you've ever said no to me.
No reason to say no.
You will always find a kid. You will always find a group. You will always find a team, and we thank you for that because that's what we need. We need more people like you to get involved. I don't know if you can see Ralph, but he's showing the cemetery that you guys go out and put wreaths on. That's the cemetery you go to, right?
Yes, we do the two things. We put up the flags, we put down the flags, we put up the wreath and take down the wreaths.
Nice. And
a
Ali,
lot of that work is through the Mission Continues as well. So we especially our friend there is Hector Guidon, and he's really well connected to invite us out to help out.
right. Ali, you're off camera right now, but if you start seeing the planes, wave at us and we'll put you back on camera. Yeah, that way I just let her know. Ronald, the amount of work and the amount of manpower that you're able to, do week in, week out. I mean, you guys are tireless, and we really, really do kind of thank you for that energy. It's so hard with this COVID-19 because we haven't been able to help in the same capacity, as we've said. And I think that's why this channel has kind of become like another option, right? Is like, how would you tell people, what are ways that people can get involved, either donations or, what are things that you think we can do remote?
Remotely, we have found ways. A lot of people are isolated themselves, so just writing letters of encouragement to the elderly, the sick. We like even meals. You've seen a lot on the news of meals to the hospitals. We yesterday morning donated over 250 tamales. One of my seniors, Isel, she couldn't have her graduation celebration, so she donated all that money and her meal to the kids down at the Texas Children's Hospital. So if you can cook, that's a big give. But you don't have to go that far. You have police stations and fire stations in your neighborhood, and these guys, they appreciate it as well. I think you kind of really recognize the people still out there doing work and know that they appreciate you because they're putting themselves at risk just for being out at work every day.
Right. No, that's a great one. I just put that up there. Write letters to members of the community. There's a section of part of our Expert35 channel. We always say, what are 3 things we should do now? And definitely write letters. What are 2 other things we could do to really just get through this and make sure we build community while we're doing it?
As a teacher, I would tell you to improve yourself. There are skills that I use, not as a teacher, but as a person, that when I go out to these things, like I paint, I'm not a paint teacher, but these are skills that I can use to help others. You can work on your writing skills. A lot of students, they don't know how important their English class is until they're writing resumes or writing letters of reference. These are things that you can be practicing now. Students can be applying to scholarships now instead of waiting to senior year. There's a lot of scholarships out there for non-seniors.
Mm-hmm.
I find myself out in my lawn, my front lawn and my back lawn a lot, and I just wave at my neighbors. Like, I don't really know my neighbors that well because, before Corona, you'd just be home. But post-Corona, we're at the house and my neighbors are walking up and down the street. I find myself having conversations with my neighbors and actually engaging with them and trying to figure out who they are.
Right. No, and I think rebuild a community, it kind of happened during Harvey, but people go back to their daily routine. Now we've had a tremendous 8 weeks of being in that same, maybe 1 mile radius, and I think it's super important to keep people together. I really like the idea of writing letters, and we've been sending books to the shelters, because a lot of these kids that can't go to school, they're not homesick, they're actually school sick.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what's another way that we can reach out and keep your kids are older than high school.
Yes.
Right. What's a way that we can get them involved? I mean, do they need summer internships? Do they need what can we do to get them engaged over the summer?
For the summer, a lot of these, most of us teachers and students were forced to online learn. I would suggest that they keep on practicing these skills because we're gonna go back into it in August.
Right.
We're gonna go back onto online learning. So submitting something to a deadline, how to make a video, how to post information. Don't lose these skills because we're gonna go dark for another 3 months during summer and then be lost in August.
Right.
Practice. And I know this is tough, telling kids to write well on Instagram or Snapchat or Twitter.
Hey, let me interrupt you real quick. Ali, are those planes flying overhead?
Yeah.
Great shot. Oh, totally. That's a great shot. Let me hide Ron real quick so we can get a full shot. All right, they can still hear you, Ron, so you can keep telling us what to do.
Okay. So for students, practice communicating with each other in not an academic way, but in a more professional language. practice your capital letters, your periods, because this language that we practice, it translates to these online learning atmosphere where they're turning stuff in with bad grammar because they think it's social media, but it's not social media. It's their assignments.
Mhm.
It's their school, so they need us to find a way to code switch with online social media and online learning because this is what we're seeing, and we're not seeing too much. So do your best to present yourself in the best way possible, even on social media. There's a lot of kids just living on social media right now, and they may not be productive,
Right.
or not just productive, but they may be doing negative things to harm themselves and put a bad. And you know better than I do, like this presence, this social media presence, and creating this and having to go fix it later. Don't do something you have to fix later. That's even better.
I love it. Now I'm going to put you side by side with Allie. Allie, you want to show us your, turn the camera around so we can see you? All right. She just did that was a great shot. Thank you for tying your volunteers. I guess these are two of your most important volunteers.
Yes. Superstars.
All right, I'm going to put Ralph back on there too. Ralph, put your camera on so we can see you. Turn it around. Let me see if we can see Ralph. He's coming on in 3. Maybe not. He's still sticking it out. But tell us a little bit about your students, Ralph. Ronald.
So Ralph and Ali together, they're a great team. They are always first to ask what they can do to help. They have great energy. They're always smiling, and that's a big part of helping others. Like do it with a gracious attitude, and don't just feel like I dragged you to something that you have to do. These kids come happy. They come and they want to know when's the next one. So helping you with your books or helping feed the homeless. Right now, the soup kitchen is closed. So like I miss it, and the people that need the service really need it. So we want to get back out there as soon as possible. So if I could clone my kids, Ralph and Ali would be the first two that I'm gonna clone.
That's awesome. Yes, and they've been so helpful. We just lost Ralph. But thank you, Allie, for all that you've done and all those hundreds of community hours that you've been able to crank out. There's so much we can learn from you guys. You guys are the next generation for us. So I'm honored to have you guys on the show and be able to spend a little bit of time with you guys. This is Expert35, and we've got Ronald, one of our community experts, philanthropy experts, just get involved experts, and Allie, we thank you so much for being a part of this and motivating the students and your sisters and your brothers and just the community all in all. So thank you again.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us on.
Oh wait, let's see. We may get Ralph on here too. He just joined, so we'll give Ralph a chance. There he is.
He's in the car.
Ralph, thanks again for being on Expert35. We love your energy. We love your enthusiasm. And
Is that your
thank
mom,
you.
Ralph? Is that your mom next to you?
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day.
And all of us, we all
Thank
have
you.
a superstar, right? That's right there next to us. So thank you, moms. Thank you,
You're
dads.
welcome.
There's no way we could have done this without you guys. And I think we did great. We actually got to see the planes. It was a little bit on the wire, but as always, Ron, you come through. So thank you so much for being on Expert 35. We'll let you go on the notes, Ron, so you can put in your link and how they can join you guys. And we'll get you guys going. And we hope to actually see you guys again soon where we can be face-to-face and help more people.
Happy to
Until
do
next
that.
time.
All right, guys. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.